my backyard with Bruce Fox at the Friendly Farm. So it's really not my backyard, but it is my backyard because we're here in the Monadnock region talking about
it's the region's backyard.
yes, agriculture, nature, the environment. Yeah. So, what you got here?
You name it, it's here. If it's a farm animal, it's here somewhere.
Yeah. They look very, very happy.
Well, I think they are,
Yeah.
and friendly. Most importantly, they're friendly
Right,
too. So.
right. It's so great for the kids to have a chance to touch the animals. You know, I was listening to something on the radio this morning, and it said how kids that have animals in their lives as youngsters are that much healthier than other kids that aren't.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. So,
I got a brother who was around animals when he was a little kid.
Really?
Yeah, he just happens to be visiting.
No way.
Yeah, he's
Do you think we should have him come on?
It would be great to
Where
to
is
have-
he?
Where is
Where
that
is
brother
he?
of mine?
Ah!
Hey, big brother.
So Bruce, who's your brother here?
This is Andy.
Andy
Fox.
Andy
and
Fox.
He's in Connecticut now. And, kind of a New York suburb too, so he's not used to this environment.
So you're usually wearing a suit, or
I have farm clothes.
He's
You
a
do have farm
certified
clothes.
financial planner, though. That's his business, so it's far from farming. But
yeah.
Received most of my training here at the Friendly Farm for the financial planning.
So you guys must have thought your dad, Alan, was kind of crazy.
I don't know if he did because he was only 3.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was crazy
Yeah.
because I was a teenager.
Okay.
And a lot of people thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
Starting it here, this location.
And that was in 1965.
And actually, what I actually thought was that hopefully it'll fail real quick so we can get a real job and we can live normally.
Right.
And,
Because what is he thinking? You got five acres here, or
right, about 7 acres.
7
altogether.
acres? Okay.
But 5 kids at the time.
Yeah.
He hadn't had a real job for 2 or 3 years. And mortgaged, to the hilt to start this place, this dream he had.
Wow.
And most people weren't very encouraging.
And if I had been his financial advisor at the time, I would have said a milk jug and the honor system isn't the right way
And the first
to
year,
revenue, to maximize revenues anyway.
First year on that corner of that building, we had a yellow milk jug, an old milk jug, and by donations only.
Yeah.
$800 we took in that first year.
And how much did it cost that first year?
Oh, a lot more than that.
Yeah. So when you first started here, you had the house, I bet.
Yeah, the house, everything existed. These buildings all existed as they are now.
Yeah.
This was part of a large estate, and the big house is near the lake. On
So
the
was
lake.
this where they got all their food from at the time? Or
This was known as the
help?
farmhouse, and they had horses. This was a horse stable
yeah.
here, and
Yep.
carriages were where the garages were, and this field will go in the paddock field. I mean, this was just a summer estate,
Yeah.
so they didn't
Isn't
grow
that nice?
anything here. So
Yeah.
it was just it was another lifestyle.
Yeah. So now, when you guys first got here, your dad said, "Okay, so we're gonna have chickens, goats."
We actually had all these animals
Really?
down in Concord, Mass. Before we moved up here.
I see.
And Concord, Mass, we had actually 7 acres down there, but they were only pets for us, and he really was getting into.
So you brought all your animals up here.
And a lot more, and we purchased a lot more
Yeah.
over the years.
Yeah.
But we had animals down there, but we didn't have it open to the public at all. It was
Right.
just our own his own hobby.
Yeah.
I wasn't really into him at that point. I just wanted to
Those
play
parents.
baseball. Yeah.
Yeah. So Andy, what are some of your memories of the Friendly Farm when you were first getting started?
First official skill, picking up papers in the parking lot. Responsibility too, I should
Yeah.
say.
Did you have like a vest on and you were, really
Cigarette
bright?
butts were a big deal. A lot of them were
Yeah.
smoking back then. So the cigarette
Right.
butts, picking those up was really
Yeah.
a huge task.
Yeah. Did you get to feed the animals?
I did.
Like with
I
the
did.
bottles?
Cleanup was really
cleanup.
more of my
That must
thing.
be
Yeah.
like every minute here cleaning up stuff because you got a lot of animals here.
Well, it's the length of the grass is really important. So some of it, if the grass is long enough, things go in between. But in the lower field, we keep that perfectly clean, and we do clean up.
Yeah.
People don't want to clean, green, and friendly. We like to say,
Right.
we like to keep it as clean as possible.
Yeah,
So people
yeah.
don't have to watch where they step.
Yeah. So Andy, you cleaned up. Then what was your next jobs after that?
I graduated at, I think probably 11 or so to the admission desk. That was my favorite part, yeah.
See that money?
I'll never forget, 2 adults, 2 children, $4. $1.25 for adults, 75 cents for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is permanently ingrained in me.
Yeah. And it hasn't really gone up all that much.
Well,
Really? No, well, I mean,
relatively speaking.
yeah,
it's kept
but
up
I mean
with
that was
inflation, right?
40 years ago, almost
Yeah,
50.
yeah, almost
But
50.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is year 48 now.
I think it might have been 75 cents per person at one point.
Well, actually, it was 75 cents per person after, by the second or third year. And people would complain, they'd say, well, don't you have children's rights? And my father would say, well, it's all the same. We're letting the adults in for children's prices.
Right.
And so, but people would still complain about
Yeah.
it. So we raised the price to $1.25 for adults and $75 for children, and reduced our complaints 90%. So it worked.
People are people. You never know. You never know. So let's see. So you had horses then too? Did you have a horse? You have a cow? I mean, really, you've had all this because I remember coming here when I was like 10 years old, and I've got to tell you this story. And a lot of my friends know this story, but my first memory of the Friendly Farm is coming here with my brothers. I had 3 brothers. My family all came here. We had a picnic. We did all this, and I went into the chicken coop, into your chicken house. I went, and I think that's where you had your observation hive back then.
Yep.
10 years old, I went in there and I was like, oh my God, those are bees. And they're flying around and I don't have to worry about getting stung. And I could not believe that there would be bees there. And that was ingrained in my head. And then 30 years later, I became a beekeeper. But I just remember just how awesome it was to be able to see them. And so I think that's what you're doing here with all of these kids is you're making this little, like, wow, I get to actually touch something. I get to see something. And you guys, you probably don't realize how lucky you were. I know you don't. How lucky you were to be able to have these things around you all the time. Although you had to clean up and you had to feed them and do all the behind the scenes stuff. But what
I
a
do
great
have some
thing.
great memories with the runt of the litter. The little piglet would come in the kitchen with the bottle.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's like feeding a Barbie doll almost, probably. I mean, they're so tiny. Yeah.
No, we have a lot of the good memories, but what I think when he grew up on the farm, it's the first thing you want to do is leave the 7-day-a-week job and
Right.
All hours and
Yeah.
unloading hundreds of bales of hay at a time. And,
Where do you put your hay?
all get stored down in that lower field.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I only get about 200 or 300 bales at a
Right,
time. So
right.
it's
Yeah,
manageable,
manageable.
so.
Yep. Wow. Yeah. So okay, you've got your chicken house, and what do we find in the chicken house?
We have an incubator. Besides the beehive,
Yeah.
there's an incubator where chicks are hatching.
And the beehive, just to let you guys know, it's not a beehive really; it's an observation hive. That's got glass on it, so you really don't have to
And
worry
a
about
local
getting
man
stuff.
named Paul Miller,
Right.
who's done that, set that up for us. Personally, I'm allergic to bees, actually. So,
Well, but you don't have to really worry about them. They're not. You
We've
don't see
had
them.
probably 5 stings
Right.
total in 48 years.
Right.
You know,
Honeybees don't want to sting you.
Yeah. they don't.
So you've got your chickens. Okay. So you've got your incubator. You've got.
Brooder where they go after they hatch.
Uh-huh.
And then there's we call it the pickup box, which is about 8 foot by 8 foot, and they live there from about 3 weeks old to about 2 months old, where kids can pick them up and handle them gently. And then there's all sorts of cages around there where we pick up different breeds of chickens.
Well, the ones that I found the most intriguing are those black ones that look like you haven't washed their hair for a long time. The ones that are in the back corner. They're up on the top.
They may be my silkies.
They probably are.
Okay,
Yeah.
There's all sorts of
They're-
breeds of chickens.
Yeah, it's so interesting to see them.
And then some have feathers on their feet, some
Yep.
have feathers on their head.
Yep.
And they come in a variety of colors too.
Right.
They're always producing new breeds of chickens.
Yeah. Now, what do you do with the eggs?
We set some of them,
Uh-huh.
and we eat some.
Yeah.
Give some away.
Yeah.
He'll go
'Cause
home.
you must have a
he'll
lot
go
of
home with a
eggs.
couple dozen.
Yeah.
But
But you don't sell them here.
No. And
no.
we don't. We don't get. We're not. They're not bred for egg production.
Right, no.
If they lay 2 or 3
Right.
eggs a week, that's fine with us.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
So.
Right. And then you have different pens for your goats. You have like a nursery pen. Where the goats, I tried feeding them at first the other day when I was here, and I said, you know what, I think they're too young, and I think they probably need to be fed with a bottle, and that is what it was. So then you guys came out and you showed us how to feed the babies with the bottle, and that was cute.
Yeah, the goats come from a large dairy goat farm
Uh-huh.
where kid goats are surplus to them because they're trying to make money off the milk.
Right.
So I buy them from anywhere from 3 days old to 10 days old.
Uh-huh.
And then they come here, and
Yeah.
that makes them very friendly.
Yes.
If you have a goat's born here,
Right.
they're going to nurse up their mother for the first 2 months, and they really don't want to come to human beings.
No.
They bond with their mother.
Yeah.
But just the fact you're feeding them with a bottle
Yep.
gets them to bond with
Yeah.
it right away.
Yeah, it's great. And I saw you had a goat on a leash this morning.
Yeah,
and
she was going out. She happened to be a goat that came here bred, unbeknownst to me. But about a month ago, she had 2 little babies, and so
Yeah.
they were inside for a while. And today we brought them outside. So yeah, we're getting a show here by the rooster. Yeah, that's what's called a blue cochin, and he's kind of the king of the barnyard.
Yeah,
and,
he's
He's
beautiful.
a very showy bird. So,
yes,
yeah,
he is.
yeah.
He is. So then you have goats back here.
Yeah.
These all get food, and you sell your food for about
$1
$1 a bag. Yeah.
It's been $1 bag for 20 or 30 years,
Yeah.
and it'll probably be 20 years from now. It'll still be $1
yeah,
bag. So,
yeah. I mean, I went through I think 5 bags when I was here. I mean, this is not an expensive place to go,
We'd
really.
like to think it's very reasonable.
It is reasonable, and it's such a great place to bring your kids or your grandkids or friends, or you have birthday parties here, I think. I mean, oh my gosh, the list goes on.
But our greatest joy is we have as many grandparents come as parents really come, and
Because it's memories.
And the grandparents have often came as parents. And just in the last 4 or 5 years, it's fun to see people come and they'll say, we came as a child. I came as a child and now I come as a grandparent.
Yes.
So they've come as 3 different generations.
Yeah, right there. Oh, you're not a grandparent
No, not
yet, though, are you?
yet. No, but my kids are here. They're 11 and 8,
years.
so I better not be quite yet.
But being a grandparent is
You're one of them. That's
I
right.
am.
Because you came as a child, as a parent,
Yes.
and then I was a grandparent.
Yes, I'm one of
Gee.
them.
And
I will be.
You will be
in time.
someday.
And I will be
Yeah.
too. And I've got a few years on you, but
Yeah,
my
yeah.
kids are a little
It's
slower.
such a joy. When you can come here as a grandparent, though, and give them something that you had, and it's so much different than like a computer or all the gadgets that we have now. This is something that will last forever. And what I find is, when we bring our granddaughter to different places like this, they're going to remember this forever. And the first time when they're really young, they may not be really excited, but the next time they come and the next time after that, it gets better and better every time. So
Well, I tell that to people all the time if their child's a little hesitant around the
yeah,
animals.
don't push them.
Yeah, but just come back every week. It doesn't always work. But
So you have goats here. You've got a picnic area. You've got geese down a little bit below, and then you have more picnic area. I saw that you have a red Holstein,
Yeah.
little calf.
Well, it's actually a milking shorthorn.
A shorthorn,
Milking
the one that's
shorthorn.
down here?
Yes, they're
Oh,
all
wow.
shorthorns. My
Oh.
mother grew up on a shorthorn farm, so I'm partial to shorthorns.
Okay,
So,
okay.
And they come from Echo Farm down in
Oh,
Tinsdale,
nice,
which
nice.
is a
So
nice place to.
Do you sell their pudding here?
I don't. I wish I could.
Okay.
I just don't know if I could sell enough of it.
Yeah,
But they're and Echo Farm, as you know, is a farm. They have a token male or two working there, but it's mostly
Right.
run by females.
It is,
And they're
it is.
very, very nice people. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Okay, so down below, let's see. You have Rosie the horse.
Rosie the horse,
Okay.
Jack the donkey.
Yep.
There's Nellie, who is my milking shorthorn cow,
Okay.
who's due to have a calf within a week or two. And then there's Kate, named after my sister-in-law, not his wife, but
Okay.
a sister-in-law from St. Louis. And she's like 4 different breeds of cow.
Okay.
And she's due later on this summer. And then we've got the llamas and the pigs and the grown sheep.
Yep.
And,
Wow.
and a little calf named
Yep.
Cameron.
And you have bunnies.
And the bunnies are outside. There's some outside and there's some inside.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. So let's take a little walk down there, and
Sure.
we'll see what else we can find, and let you guys know a little bit more about the Friendly Farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So here we are, and we're coming into the paddock where you've got all the other animals.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, this is a mummy.
It's her first day out.
Yeah.
I don't own this goat. I borrowed it from a friend and didn't know she was bred when she came here. But I said, we usually put another calf in this pen, but until our calf graduates to here, we thought we'd let this mother goat with her babies have the pen. So,
Couple happy kids.
They look pretty happy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so these are born June 9th,
June
2012.
9th. Yeah, that's right. That's
Okay.
right. So,
And you had a boy and a girl? Is that what you
yes.
think you
Yeah.
have?
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
And
They're just so cute, aren't they?
They are cute when they can run around like that. And the calf does the same thing. The calf was in a kind of a 12 by 12 stall, and then once they get out here, I open that gate and he just runs back and forth for an hour or two. And then
Can you put these guys together?
you probably could. She might. but with her horn, she might want to butt
Oh,
him.
yeah,
Though. She might
yeah.
be protective, although
Yeah.
you know, it could be tried. And
Yeah.
here he comes. Here she comes over. That's Cameron, or Candy. Excuse me. Cameron's the other one.
Yeah. So, you know,
And
that's
look
one of
at
the things
look
that.
at them, look at that.
I
They're
know,
just
they're
trying
so
to.
cute.
Exploring.
Well, it's nice that the gate is there. But, you know, I think that's one of the things that we have to all realize, though, is these are farm animals. And so they're not, they're pets, but they're not. They're not like having a dog or a cat. They are wild animals that have been domesticated, and we have to care for them that way.
Yep, they're not. Yes, they're not your brothers and sisters. They can't be treated
Right.
like your brothers and sisters.
Right.
For
You
good
can't.
or for bad.
Yeah, you don't want to bring them to bed with you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But they and they've got their personalities, but they still are farm animals. And,
Right, right. But the good thing is, as you had mentioned before, you know, they've been around people, so they're a little bit more friendly than you might find on any other farm where they just have goats and they're milking them, and it's more of a
actually,
business.
we often have bull calves, and people say they come back the next year and say, well, "Where's so and so, the bull calf you had
Yeah.
last year?" And I said, "Well, we don't have them any longer because that bull calf is now 1,000 pounds,
Right.
and probably been castrated.
Yeah.
And but many of our bull calves get sold to a gentleman up in northern New Hampshire, and they get made into a team of oxen.
Oh,
if he
nice.
If he can train
Right.
them, and he likes to get them from me because
Yeah.
they're so friendly and
Yeah.
they're used to people.
Oh,
And,
it's perfect.
And so it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, yeah.
For,
I'm
for
just
all
going
of
to
us.
scoot around you so that the people at home can see a little bit better. But Andy, come on up. Now, when I go to the Cheshire Fair sometimes, I'll see the steers and things like that, and you know, some of them can be really irritable. You know, I mean, it's not everybody wants to have good animals, but you know, it's a matter of were they around kids, were they around people, and that
Some
kind of
animals
thing.
don't work out.
Right,
You know?
right.
For an example, with goats, this goat has horns.
Mm-hmm.
Some people think it's cute to have a goat with horns, and they like to play with it. And as a child, they might have been do a little push and shove.
Right.
Well, that goat, when it grows up, can be a danger
Right.
with those horns.
Right,
and
because
it
I've
will
seen,
butt you.
yeah, I've seen goats come together in a paddock and just butt each other
Yeah,
themselves, and they forget that a person is not a goat, and that does hurt sometimes.
yes,
Yeah, yeah. So let's head down to take a look at the pigs.
Sure.
Okay, and you've got a pig that had babies the other day.
Yes.
So, and so this is a pig that had babies just a week ago,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. And I was here a day after they were born, and they've grown considerably.
They grow very
Yeah,
fast, especially
yeah.
with just two in the litter,
Yeah.
which this type of pig throws small litters anyways.
yeah.
But they're getting plenty of milk,
Yeah.
and they're going to, a normal pig will grow to be 200 pounds at 6 months old.
Wow, but this isn't a normal pig.
This is not a normal pig, so
No.
it won't grow that
Yeah.
fast, but still they do grow very fast.
Can we take a look at the little piglet?
I think if I can swing myself over here.
All right. He's going to go get a piglet.
More of a protective friend.
Right, right.
She's a little muddy because they like to play in the mud.
Oh,
But
they're
I'll
just like
start
little
down
kids.
here and I'll come back here, and you
Yeah.
can pat them if you want.
Gently, eh? Oh, look at that.
And you got to see his curly tail. See the curly tail in the back? All right, baby.
When they squeal,
Mom
Mommy
is there.
knows.
Yeah, that's what gets Mom excited when
Yeah.
the piglet squeals. But
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not get mommy
this
all
one is,
excited.
the other one's a little shyer, but this one already is a little calmer. And in another week or so, I probably won't be fast enough to catch a piglet. So
So, and now are these boys or girls? The little
both
pig-
boys.
Both
Two little boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I put him down, he's going to go tell Mom about that mean old man that
Oh
picked him
no!
up.
And is Mom going to be upset or?
Mom is going to listen.
And she's going to say, "Don't worry about it. Are you bleeding? No, you're okay."
Huh?
Nice, Mommy.
Hi, Mom.
She says, "I know you didn't mean to hurt."
I'll tell you what I'll do, Mom. I'll give you a little shower.
Ooh, does Mom like it too?
Mama, the kids don't. The piglets don't.
Oh, look at her put her nose up. Oh,
But there.
oh, that must feel so good.
That cools them off.
So, Andy, can you go in and can we shower you there too?
I've done that enough, I think, with Andy.
Oh,
I won't roll around after though.
no. Oh, beautiful.
Does that feel good? Yeah.
And then you have another pig over here that
We have
likes
another one who
likes the water too. So does this other piglet feel like the auntie or the uncle?
I don't know. I think so because she's always eyeing them.
Yeah.
And the two girls, the two big ones, grew up together for
Uh-huh.
a long time. And I mean, they lived together until after the babies were born, and then I didn't want anything. I didn't know how she would react to her nieces or
Right.
nephews, so
Yeah.
I separated them. But they
Yeah.
seem to get along.
Yeah.
All right, Mama. I guess
Well,
you've
it
had your
looks like
shower.
she's cooled off.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
There we go.
Woo! She looks like she's smiling. All right, well,
right,
let's
well,
head
that's
over to the horses and
Yeah.
the let's see, bulls and the donkeys. All right, so did you guys just saw the pigs, right? They were dancing and swimming. So now Bruce has,
I've got a
Some
prize
things-
for you.
oh, you got prizes for
I
kids?
got a prizes.
Wow.
I got prizes for kids. I have for you. I got a genuine, authentic, all natural, fully adjustable, Friendly Farm belt. How's that? You got a belt on now? No, you need a
Perfect.
belt. You need
ready?
a belt, and I
Oh, yeah,
happen
you
to have
need
one
one.
right in my hand, right here.
We're all set.
There- No, well, it's a rope belt. Yeah,
Fully adjustable.
the price is right. Now the deal is you can do lots of things with that belt, but you don't hurt your brother. with
Hey,
it,
come here.
okay?
I'll show you something. I know something right here. Yes.
Oh.
Haven't done this since first grade.
And
There
she
you
did.
go. You don't know how to do it. Hey, Mom, come on over. Oh, okay.
I taught my girls.
I should have watched this because I don't know
Okay.
how to do it.
And then, oops, just one second. I got to get this one here. This is a little different than that stretchy stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Doesn't
Okay.
work with twine so well.
Yeah. All right.
Gee.
Who would have known? One.
Your aunt's going
Yeah.
to teach you this, though.
Yeah.
You'll
You
get
guys
this
go home
down.
tonight. You're gonna
Yeah.
know.
This is not right.
Okay. Well,
That's
it's
what
a
else-
belt
yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
right?
It still could be a belt.
He wants his belt back.
Thank you. So Bruce, this has been really fun today. We've been in
nice
my
to have
backyard.
you.
Andy, come on in, brothers. So you're the second generation. You've
Yep.
now got a third generation.
I have 4 sons. Yeah.
Will they take it on?
Good question.
Yeah.
They range from 32 down to 25, and like Andy, they kind of migrate away, but they
Right.
come back.
Right.
You know, and
Yeah.
well, it gave me a great pleasure. The two sons related a conversation they had that, you know, this isn't such a bad place to raise a family. So, you know, I can keep this for another 10 years or
Yeah.
15 if I know they're coming back. So, but hopefully it'll be around, and if it's not in the family, hopefully it'll still be in existence.
I hope it will. I hope it
do
will
too.
because it's got so many great memories for so many people. So today we've been in my backyard with Bruce and Andy, and memories. I mean, that's what it's all about for me and for a lot of the people that come by. I'm sure for you guys too. Yours are a little bit different, but think about it. If you didn't have this,
Great place to grow up.
It is. It is. So if you are interested in more of our In My Backyard shows, or would like to be a guest or have some comments, you can email us at inmybackyardch8@gmail.com, and we'll get back to you. And thank you guys so much.
Thanks for coming.
I feel like I always do this. I feel like I'm going to cry because I love this stuff. I mean, this is what growing up in the Monadnock region is all about.
We can tell just from your enthusiasm.
Thanks. We'll see you again in my backyard.